video on button.
Still staying on to it.
Hello, welcome. We'll get started shortly. Thank you for being here. Hello, welcome. We'll get started shortly. Thank you for being here. Please have with you a cup of water to drink. As we wait for everyone to come, take some deep breaths. Deep breaths present with your body. As we wait for everyone to come, we'll be well in process. Well in process. When the new moon peaks, this new moon in 0 degrees Cancer. Make sure you have a cup of water. Hi, sister. Beautiful Charmaine. She just came from another ceremony. I was supposed to come from another ceremony too, but toddler life leads to not plan the things that you plan. My fire just started when I said that. Welcome, everyone. Please arrive here in your body. Breathe deep down to the floor of your pelvis, into your reproductive space, into the space that holds a lot of old stuff. You're going to take deep breaths down into this place. Because new moons are about calling in, but before we can call in what we need, we have to release what we don't need. Charmaine says she has no sound. Can you guys hear me? Charmaine, can you say something?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I left the meeting. I just left the meeting and came back.
Okay.
I have no idea where you were. What?
Wonderful. Okay, so everyone, when you get here and you're present, when you've taken a few deep breaths to really arrive, I invite you all to hold space for what you are calling in on this new moon. And then please just write it down in our chat. You can say your name, your pronouns, where you're from, and your intention for release and or calling in. Anything else you want to add to that, Charmaine?
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for everyone coming. I'm feeling really juicy in a good way. It's been an intense little bit, but because we have our bathing rituals connected to these moon rituals, as water and moon are one, and Cancer rules, the moon rules Cancer as well. So there's something about that strong feminine energy that is really coming through right now. So I invite you all to call that in. I had kind of a hectic day, and as soon as I got into the water and started praying, like everything was just like, Oh, hello. So just a reminder, huh? We still have some more people coming. Charmaine, if you have anything you'd like them to be preparing at this time. I'm just gonna wait a couple more minutes as everyone arrives. Oh, hello everyone. In the chat, you're welcome to put your name, where you're calling in from, your pronouns, and an intention of either release or receiving or both in the chat. All right. Karina Guzman, she, her, living in Chinookland, Portland, Oregon. And what is your intention this evening, Karina? What do you wish to let go of? What do you wish to receive? Once again, everyone, we are working with the energies of the solar eclipse, the energies of the new moon in Cancer, and the energies of the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, full summer expansion. Exciting times, really exciting. Rhea, hello, beautiful sister. Welcome. Yay. Thank you all for being here. Hi, Zanti. Okay, everyone, we are in Susie Q. Hi, beautiful sister. Greetings, Susie, she, her, hers. I release all that is not in alignment with my purpose and all that does not serve my highest good in Denver. Thank you, Susie. Miss you. Missing the people. Beth, she, her, Denver, receiving vision and clarity. Thank you, Beth. What else? Anybody else in the chat? Where are you coming from? What's your name? What's your pronouns? And what's your intention with us here tonight as we move through this eclipse, new moon, solstice portal? In the chat, what do you intend to receive and release? Okay, Karina is receiving love, clarity, connecting with their intuition and ancestral. Thank you, Karina. Beth says with her hijos, Nikki, Ibe, Sophia, she, her, and Eva, they, them. Thank you for bringing your seed, Beth. Andrea says, I turned 40 on the new moon 23rd. Congratulations, welcome to your 40th. I rode the roller coaster the last decade and accept this new decade with grace, humility, excitement, and closure. Oh, Mateo, thank you. I'm Femia from Denver, she, her, hers. I call in fullness of my life purpose and I release mean-spiritedness from colonialism and mind. Xanthi says, receiving mother wisdom for renewal and releasing of self-doubt. Thank you. And Isabel de la Luz says, with daughter because she woke up, Renata Vasquez de la Luz, hello, in Tacoma, Washington. I call on our honorable ancestors, mis abuelitas. I am here to release all blockages that keep me from my true self, and I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. Oh, Mateo, thank you, Elizabeth. Lily, they, she from New Mexico, Four Corners, Navajo land, calling in clarity and calm, self-restorative justice. Being, leading to shared and communal justice. Thank you for that. Being a part of the larger whole, letting go of the cop in my mind. That's powerful. Thank you, Lily. Courtney, she, her, Lafayette, Colorado. Intention is to release all limiting beliefs, including feelings of unworthiness. Thank you. And not being enough, I bring in my full power so that I may stand in my alignment with my purpose and manifest my desires. Oh, Mateo, thank you. Natalie, is she, her, Susie, Marina. Hello, everyone. My name is Maria, and I have my sister present. Hello, sister Gina. Our pronouns are she, her, hers. We are currently residing in northern New Mexico. That's my motherland. We are here to release trauma, doubt, and fear of our spirit. Thank you for holding space on Mateo. Thank you, Marina and Gina, for being here. Okay, let me make sure everybody is muted. All right, cool. Thank you, Susie. Natalie says, releasing pressure and toxic relationships, receiving blessings and complete relationships. Oh, Mateo, thank you, Natalie. Anybody else have their name, space, pronouns, and what you're releasing and or receiving to write in? Hello, Natalie, welcome. Larissa, hola from SoCal with my pa. That's my prima, my tío. Hi, I want to see you guys. Show me your faces. Lari. Hi, tío. I love you. Yay, my familia is here. I'm so happy. Okay, June Robles, she, hers. Hi, June. I'm releasing all energies that attempt to control, manipulate, still my personal power. Oh, Mateo, I release toxic masculinity and previous abuse. I reclaim all my power back to me from Denver. Hola, hermana, nice to see you here. Stephanie Valdez in Tongvalan, Los Angeles. Welcome. Desiree Herrera, she, her, they, them. Releasing that which no longer serves me from Denver. Lovely to see all of you beautiful people. Okay. Anybody else? Where are we from? What are our pronouns? And what do we intend to receive or release, or both? Michelle's iPhone to everyone. Michelle, she, her. I release trauma and homophobia and white supremacy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for calling that in. Nice to see you. In Pueblo. Oh no, that was, she didn't say where she was from. Natalie Gallegos is in Pueblo, Color. Maria is from Denver. Pronoun she, her. Release toxic behaviors and doubt about myself. Thank you. Stephanie Valdez, intention is to reclaim my power, my sovereignty from my toxic relationship. Oh, Mateo. Michelle's in Denver and intends to receive love deeply on all levels. Oh, Mateo. Just counting how many we have here. Anybody else who wants to write in the chat? Now I also want to invite everyone, if you've already written in the chat, you have your water, you have your sacred space set up, to look at everyone else here. Look at each other. Say hello with your eyes. You can unmute yourself and say hello too. Really honor the people in this circle with you. When we do group healing, we are accessing healing not only for our own personal selves, but also ancestrally, intermingling, interconnected with everyone's ancestors here. So these group healings act like more than just for an individual purpose with the processes we're about to guide for you. They act as a movement in the unseen realm towards something that none of us are even capable of actually understanding or seeing. So I invite you all to look at each other and look at each other's ancestors, okay? Look, feel each other and be grateful to be here with one another. Note your judgments, and then we ask our ego to go. Goodbye. Charmaine, Colorado, she, her, calling in clarity of vision and courage to stand with my ancestors. Oh, Mateo, thank you, sister. Mandy says, she, her, Aya from Denver, to release attachments to my romantic relationship and current job to make the best path forward and step into it with love. Oh, Mateo, thank you. Okay. Okay, anybody else who hasn't already put their intentions in there, you can go for it. We're gonna go ahead and start. Charmaine,
Amy,
you
will you please check the mute again? There's about 4 or 5 people who aren't muted, so you're echoing pretty hard on my end, and I don't know if anyone else is experiencing that.
Yeah, thank you. I'm kind of technologically challenged. I used to have a button on here that mutes everybody at once, but I don't know.
I feel like the last Zoom update changed that in some ways.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
It also changed the capacity for you to I don't know what it looks on your end, but the last Zoom meeting I had, you could unmute, but the person also had to allow you to unmute them.
Huh.
So we'll see. Just flowing with the technology of the day.
Of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it changes all the time. So just before we get started, I pulled a couple of cards just as I tuned into the energy of the group. I've kind of been in ceremony mode all day because I had a clinic and then I actually went to ceremony. And then I drove home and here we are. So I'm coming straight out of ceremony, fresh out of ceremony. And so the first card that I pulled, these are archetypal cards, is the Destroyer. And I think that's very apt for where we're at, like in this place, in this time, in this space, in this dimension. Hi, love. My little seer child just came to see me. I've been gone for 12 hours, so and I just think like this is kind of like recent, you know, for looking at a 3-card pool, recent past, kind of where we're at going into this time. And the second card is the Sword, which interesting, it's kind of tilted. This is it upright, but you see kind of like the under realms and then the higher realms. That's kind of how you would visualize that. But kind of where we're at, the necessity to, in the present moment, to cut and or release whatever isn't serving us moving forward. And then the final card is the Village. And so if you see this card, it's very beautiful. There's kind of like a ring here in the center, in the core of the earth, but then the sky. The interesting thing, which I can't really show necessarily, is that these cards kind of look like each other, only this card, once it shifts, kind of leads into this card. So anyhow, that's where we're at. I hope that you all are feeling feeling your feels, I guess. I was gonna say I hope that you're feeling well or you're doing well, but we're not necessarily in that time. We're not in that space right now as a collective, but we're working towards that, really digging out and uprooting whatever needs to be uprooted so that we can transition into the next realm. Yeah, so Thimi, I'm game with rolling however you want to this time.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to open sacred space. I invite you all to set yourself once again, however feels good. Any of the intentions that came out to you, came out from you, that stood out to you, that anyone else spoke of, if it also resonated, even if it didn't, know that we are all here together, healing with one another and healing each other through our intentions. So I invite you to hold those and work with those as we go through the night. I invite you to find yourself in a comfortable position, whether that's sitting or laying, so that you can hear. You're not going to need to see unless it is something that you feel called to do. Ometeo, Tonkashila, Great Spirit, all that is good, all that is love, all that is sacred. Thank you. Thank you for this day, Creator. Thank you for the continued opportunities for growth, for shifting, for change, for challenge, for moving out of a place that we were stuck in, even if the moving was painful. Thank you for us being here together now. Great Spirit, I ask that we are all enveloped by the safety and sanctity of our highest true selves, of our most loving selves, as we move through this portal this evening. Great Spirit, I ask that we are in alignment and harmony with the new moon, this new moon of change, this solar eclipse of bringing our ego's dirt to the surface that we may sift through it. Great Spirit, I call upon the energy of the creepy crawlies, of all of the little critters that help curate and aerate the earth, that it may be fertile soil for growth. Great Spirit, I ask for all of our honorable ancestors to join us now, our well ancestors to help us work together. Thank you for showing up. Great Spirit, I call in the energy of clearing storms and rains. Great Spirit, I call in the energy of stomping feet in rage and in joy. Great Spirit, I call in the energy of our sacred ancestral adornment, that we may walk on this earth in ceremony of self, in ceremony of our predecessors, in the ceremony of our children yet unborn, that we may all celebrate our lives. Great Spirit, I ask that all of the ancestors taken to soon travel light be travel well. Thank you for their help in the other realms, that we may heal. I call in the energy of deep breaths now for all of us as we partake. May we all grow into the humans we came to be. May we all release the wounds of our histories, ancestrally and personally. May we all see through the eyes of humanity, of human justice. May we all honor our righteous rage at injustice as we use right action to correct it in our bodies, in our voices, in our songs, in our prayers, in our intentions, in the work of our hands. Great Spirit, thank you for this life. Diali, almost there. And now, Taso kamaru meteo, taso kamati yana. Taso kamaru meteo, taso kamati yana. Taso kamaru meteo, taso kamati yana. Ineo. Ana wana. Lasso kamati tolan sinta so kamati yana. Lasso kamati tonan sin lasso kamati yana. Lasso kamati tonan sin lasso kamati yana. Ana 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 Lasso kamati to natiu, lasso kamati yana hene. Lasso kamati to natiu, lasso kamati yana hene. Lasso kamati to natiu, lasso kamati yana hene yo. And now, may our work be kind and gentle. May our work be fierce and purposeful. May we honor all of our feelings, all of our states in these changing times. And may we honor the together work as much as the individual work, and the self work as much as the community work. May we heal our ancestors and our unborn as we heal from within. Om Takri Kursi. Sister, whenever you're ready.
I'll invite you all to take a deep breath. Just taking in the resonance of that beautiful song offering. And I want you to just imagine that you find yourself in a circle beyond this virtual space with one another, connecting to the intention of one another, connecting to the desires of one another, tuning into the general vibration, the general frequency of the group, of the collective, recognizing that we are the microcosm, that we are the reflection. Taking a couple of deep breaths, just allowing all of this information, all of these different vibrations to begin to settle in to one rhythmic frequency. Feeling the vibration of that rhythm as it begins to move through your being. Allowing your heart to calibrate to that frequency. Allowing your nervous system to align to that frequency. If you find that there is an imbalance, a confusion, I invite you to just invite your breath into those spaces. You may need to yawn or adjust your posture. You may need to lay down and relax. Whatever it is that you need in this moment, I invite you to allow yourself to take that space, to take those cues. Taking a couple of deep breaths, allowing the body to relax, to settle in, feeling the earth beneath your being, tuning into that subtle vibration, that subtle frequency. Bringing your breath all the way into the bottoms of your feet. If you're lying down or sitting, just imagine that your feet are on the earth. Noticing the sensation, the distribution of weight between your feet. Allowing you to draw your awareness beneath the feet into the earth. Noticing your connection to the earth on your left and right side. Is there an imbalance in this connection? If you find one side is more anchored, is more connected, is more in tune with the earth, I invite you to just draw your awareness into the side that is seeking your attention. Noticing what stories are stored here, noticing what blockages are stored here. As you just gently invite your awareness and your breath into the side calling for your attention. I'm anchoring this energy into your Earth Star Chakra as we just connect a little deeper, moving through the layers of the earth, through the dirt beneath your feet, through the rocks, through the caves, through the layers of water and crystal, moving through into the core of the earth, feeling your energy, your roots, your connection grow around this golden core, wrapping around it like a vine, seeing this energy as it begins to move back through the layers of the earth, reaching through until it connects to your earth chakra on both sides. Feeling this energy move up through the core of your body, in through the bottoms of your feet, moving up through your legs, through your pelvis, your root, moving up through your spine, specifically moving through each and every little fold, each and every little crevice within the vertebrae. As this energy from the earth moves up, it moves through these tiny spaces, clearing out old, stagnant energy in the spine, old, blocked energy in the spine. The spine being about stability, about foundation, but also movement, flexibility, fluidity, moving all of these pockets of old, stagnant, stuck energy out, up through the vertebrae, up through the neck, through the occipital region of the skull, and out of the masseters. Feeling this energy in the masseters in your jaw, where your jaw connects, the jaw muscles. Feeling this energy begin to relax, drawing your breath into the masseters, into these ancestral points as we draw this earth energy up through the body. Allowing this energy of the mother, of Pachamama, to begin to clean and clear out this channel. Clean and clear out these ancestral points. Allowing yourself to sit with any images, any sensations, feelings, experiences coming up through this ancestral channel. Inviting your breath into these spaces. Inviting the energy of the moon, the energy of the new moon, the energy of water into this channel, moving through from the sacrum, the base of your spine, out through the masseters. Feeling as the water in your body begins to shift, begins to flow more easily through the spine. Some of you may need to move around, getting some motion through your hips. As this energy moves through the hips and the pelvis, you may need to rotate or rock your pelvis a little bit, adjusting the sacrum, adjusting the pelvic bowl as this energy begins to shift. Noticing the sensation of fluid in your spinal cord. Noticing the water, the buoyancy, the softness of your bones, of your muscles, of your tendons. Maybe you need to twist around, moving the spine a bit. Just allowing your body to wake up in those spaces. Continuing to move this fluid, this hydration, this water through the spine. Feeling this water move all the way up through each vertebrae of your spine, through your neck, through the base of your skull, through your brain stem, into the brain. Feeling the hydration of the brain as we use the resonance of this Cancer energy to clear out this ancestral channel. Taking a couple of deep breaths. Maybe you need to exercise your jaw, kind of move it about, open your mouth, yawn, attempt to yawn. As this energy moves through, as this energy connects to the masseters, we're pulling this hydration balancing through the brainstem, through the base of the skull, up through the corpus callosum, this energy, this fibrous energy connecting the left and the right sides of the brain. So just draw your awareness to the midline of your brain, where you think the middle of your brain may be. Just feeling into that sensation, into the sensation of this connection between the right side of the brain and the left side of the brain, this connection to the masculine and feminine, the logical and intuitive, the light, the dark, the yin, the yang. Drawing your awareness into the two sides of the brain, both sides of the brain. Allowing the energy of the eclipse to balance out this connection. Feeling that hydration move again through the corpus callosum. Drawing your awareness now into the brain as a whole, as the brain begins to hydrate, imagining that you could see the energy flowing freely from the left to the right, from the right back to the left side of the brain, moving back and forth, flowing freely back and forth. Noticing any areas where this rhythm, where this connection, where this flow feels stagnant, feels stuck. Inviting your breath, inviting your awareness, inviting the fluid movement of water into this space. Noticing the sensations in your body as your brain begins to balance, begins to synchronize. Just watching this dance for a moment. Allowing this dance to begin to draw up the stories, the stories stored within the deepest parts of our limbic brain, going into the deepest aspects of this region, of this area. Going specifically into the limbic brain on the left side, beginning to unwind and unravel these deep-rooted memories, these deep-rooted emotions, these deep-rooted emotional memories, allowing whatever is coming up for you in this area, any images or stories stored within the tissues of the brain, to be drawn up. A lot of these memories that are coming up to the surface are actually ancestral memories. So you may see images or things may come up that you don't recall. Just going into the wiring, the structuring, the DNA within this region, specifically moving up past the limbic brain into an aspect of the parietal brain, the left side as well. And I want you to just tune in to whatever sensation you're having in that area. And we're just going to begin to unwind these memories. Noticing as the sensation may shift in that area. You may see different images, you may see different colors, experiences. The smell may change in your awareness. Just observing the flow of energy here. As we just begin to pluck out these experiences, these transcriptions. Connecting the left parietal lobe to your eyes, sinking into your awareness of your eyes. If your eyes are closed, just sinking into the subtle awareness of your subtle sense of sight. Connecting your subtle sense of sight, your subtle and natural sense of sight into your subtle and natural sense of hearing. Removing a filter from the natural and subtle sense of sight, as well as the natural and subtle sense of hearing, pulling back a filter. Balancing the natural consciousness of all of your senses. So as we reconnect the eyes to the ears, pulling back this filter, this lens, this illusion, this confusion, kind of the word, what is the word? Distorting your vision, distorting your understanding of what you're experiencing. As we pull this back, connecting all of the senses back to one another. Noticing the sensation of your experience as we recalibrate your subtle sense of touch, your natural sense of touch, As we recalibrate your subtle and natural sense of smell, noticing how the sensation, how your experience of your environment shifts as each of these begin to recalibrate one another. Bring into the awareness of sight, of vision, moving through vision into your ability to hear, your ability to hear the truth, your ability to hear the messages, your ability to understand what it is that you hear. Moving into the sense of taste. Anchoring all of the 5 senses into the solar plexus energy, drawing your awareness down to your solar plexus, just below the ribs in the center of your belly. Breathing into this space. Do you feel full? When you tune into the core of your being, when you tune into your sense of power, do you feel full? Are you nourished? Are you anchored in your power? Are there energy attachments in this space? Just observing how this energy feels. Do you have connection to it at all? Do you have connection to your power, to your beingness? For some of you, that feels like a no. That's okay. I want you to imagine. If you have trouble imagining, I want you to pretend. I want you to be playful with this. If you could feel powerful, if you could feel anchored, if you could feel centered in your power, what would that look like? What would that feel like? What are the sounds and sensations around you when you are anchored in your power and truth? What does that taste like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like on the tips of your fingers? What do you see? What and who do you see? Are you surrounded by specific people? Are you doing something specific? Are you in a specific location? Just allowing yourself to play with this idea, to play with this experience of being anchored in your power. If you find that there is extra energies attached to this space, I invite you to cut those energies off, to release them, sever those attachments. Be still with yourself for a moment. Some of you are afraid to cut those cords. Some of you are afraid to take back your power. And that's okay. But most of us need that power right now. Most of us need to be in control of our power as much as possible. Some of you won't choose that today. And if you feel like this is true for you, I invite you to just take some time, maybe not this evening, but take some time in the near future to decide if that is something you want to continue with. This is we all have the opportunity in this time, in this space, in this dimension to choose our healing and how we accept it and how we allow it. So I send you compassion and love if you are in that space, if you are feeling confused by those choices. For the rest of us, we will continue to move through this aspect of the energy, filling into the solar plexus as this energy begins to pulse a little bit harder, as this energy begins to expand a little bit further. Understanding that when we are anchored in our power, anchored in our truth, we can help our fellow beings. We can hold space for the ones that don't have that, aren't anchored in their power. We can offer it from this place. Removing an attachment from the backside of the solar plexus on the left. On the left side. Okay. Looking at an attachment of past trauma that's pulling back. It's like almost like a cord of energy for at least half of you. It keeps pulling you back. You move forward, you try to like anchor forward, and it just keeps yanking you back. This cord of attachment is somewhere between T7 and T11. I'm just going to energetically go through releasing this attachment. Some of you may feel a bit of a shift in your digestion as we sever this energy, as we sever this attachment from the past, from past trauma. I invite you, if you're feeling some discomfort in your digestion, in your spine, in your back, I invite you to just breathe into that space, beginning to fill those spaces with golden light. Golden white light, imagining that you can feel this energy moving into the crevices of these spaces where this attachment once existed. I invite you to take a deep, deep, deep breath, filling the entirety of your belly. Just give yourself a moment here, a couple of minutes. Just finding your breath. Taking a moment to allow your breath to scan your body. As this energy continues to cycle through, continues to move out of the body. If you're finding any tension or discomfort in the body, inviting your breath into that space. Tuning back into that channel of energy and allowing that channel of energy to connect down into the earth. Just allowing a release of anything residual coming up for you. Anything that feels sticky still, that feels heavy, burdensome. Feeling the shift, the difference in this flow of energy through the body as you clear out, as you allowed for the clearing of that ancestral channel. Now I invite you to bring your awareness to something that brings you joy, something that makes you smile, something that feels good and juicy in your being. Noticing how your heart opens up to that experience. Notice how your heart expands in that space. The element of water has kind of two sides to it, joy and sadness. Invite that joy, the resonance of joy into your experience in this moment. As we kind of tune in to this energy as we are in this new moon, as we are in this new moon energy, allowing your heart to feel expansive, feeling the vibrational frequency of an open heart, noticing how much more expansive your heart is, your heart energy feels. Now that you've allowed for a lot of that channel to be cleared, to be open, to be expanded, tune into the desires of the group, the desire of the collective, with clarity and joy and expansion. and all of the other prayers, intentions, allowing your attention to, again, tune into the frequency of the group as a whole. Noticing if you feel pockets or areas where maybe some of us are still having a hard time transitioning, a hard time shifting. Just send love to that area, to that space within this circle. Allowing this love, this joy, this connection to be felt by one another. We will not always be strong. We will not always feel ready. We will not always claim our power. However, when we show up in these circles, when we show up together, we can hold space, we can hold one another, we can give a little here and there to one another, and that changes each of us, that makes each of us stronger. Taking a couple of moments here, just reconnecting to the group. I'll have you each just kind of tap over your heart a little. There's so much emotion, there's so much energy shifting and moving within this group, within the collective. Just offering your heart a little bit of love. Tuning into the throat, tuning into your personal throat, into your personal voice. Allow yourself to speak. Speak out loud to yourself. What are you not saying? How are you not speaking up? How are you not aligned to your truth? Where is your voice? It is time. It is time to have a voice. Literally, that's it. Felt like Spirit did a mic drop. Something. I was like, and nothing else. And good night. Sorry, y'all.
I saw Spirit mic drop.
I was like, it's time to have a voice. And then Spirit said,
I love that.
oh.
We're all doing some work over there. I've been like, I mean, it's late, but there's a difference between your tired yawn and like your processing yawn. And I'm like processing eye water yawn burping like over here. Moving,
Yeah.
like, so we're gonna move that, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. If you see me yawn, if you've ever seen me in treatment, I yawn not just because I'm exhausted because I've been working for 12 hours, but um, because that's how I shift as well. And so sometimes I am like Thimi, yawning until I cry.
Um, Thank you, Charmaine.
Anyway, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for showing up in this interesting virtual way, but I feel like it allows us to connect with lots of people in different pockets that we wouldn't get to otherwise kind of connect with. If you haven't been here before, which I don't know because I just don't. But we always just kind of flow, so we never really know what it looks like. Like, we can plan or try to like put spirits like kind of move out of the way, which we try to do as much as possible. But I thank you all for showing up. This is such a pivotal time in our lives and history and just in being human. My mom has been a activist for over 50 years, and you know, she's like feeling like this is such a time, we're in such a time. And so sorry, I lost everyone for a moment. But I invite you all to just like sit with your own experience. It was interesting this evening because there was some energy that just wasn't going to shift for everyone. And it was really clear that there was kind of like a split in that energy of like it flowing really smoothly and not. But if you're feeling that way, don't take it personally, or don't feel like it's something that you're doing wrong. There's no wrong. We're just where we're at while we're there, and we shift and flow through things in the way that we need to, in the way that we're ready to. And so yeah, for whatever reason it came up in that way, like that tonight. And I just want to send you some love and encourage you, if you're feeling that way, or you're feeling like something didn't completely shift in the way that you wanted it to just kind of love on yourself and show some compassion and some grace for your process and your healing. We're all flowing through it. And so, yeah, I don't know where that was going, but thank you for showing up.
Thank you. Okay, I have some little emphasis is what I want you all to know that when we went into our power place, when Charmaine was like, if you can't imagine, then pretend, and then we all went into our power place, that was exactly the time at the peak of the new moon, because Spirit has plans. So that know that your power place was in actuation in your intention place, in your imagination place, which is the quantum realm, exactly as the new moon, as this rebirth was coming into. So that's really cool. And I just happened to look at the clock and I was like, whoa. So that happens. And I'm getting a really strong message to remind everyone that the purpose of ceremony is to steward energy. And because we create these spaces, these portals to steward energy, it makes it available. So I don't want to say easy, because sitting up at 1 a.m. and listening might not be easy. Some of you might have fallen asleep, some might be really tired, etc. It might not be easy, but we create this space to steward the energy. with that, and I think Charmaine would agree with me because we're both holistic healthcare practitioners that work on the mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical realms, there are things that you need to actuate. So just like Charmaine was saying, there's some of us were unable, for whatever reasons, no judgment, to shift, because ceremony is the catalyst for the shift. So we create this space for us to do this work in the spiritual realm, because we need to be spiritually well as so it can move into the material realm. Just like many of you know, especially if you've worked with Charmaine or I in healing, that when we are sick, we're first sick in the spiritual realm, and then our bodies become the messengers. So we did a lot of like clearing here and move some stuff energetically, spiritually, which is quantum medicine. And once we're out of the portal that makes it available, it becomes your chosen work to do, becomes your awareness. And this is something my mother, who's also been an activist for over 50 years, our moms rolled together. That's how our moms still roll together to marches. But my mom always taught me, like, it's easy to go to ceremony. It's easy to stay up all night. It's easy in full regalia to pray and prostrate yourself in front of the great divine. It's hard when it's another Thursday night and you're tired and the kids are screaming and your husband asks for something and you say something mean to them. That's when we want to call in the ceremony. That's when you say, oh, I wanted to release that mean-spiritedness. It happens in the every moment work that we do, because the ceremony brings the awareness as we open the portal to steward the energy, but the work is ours every moment of every day. So don't think you're gonna come to a ceremony and be like, oh, I'm healed. That's not how it works. Okay, you come and you get pictures and you understand and we help and the ancestors help, but then comes the test in a day, in 2 days, when you're hungry and tired and you have a choice with the awareness you've gained to either do the same old caca again or choose to shift. And that's when the actual shift happens. So I needed to remind you all of that. Okay, all right. Anybody have anything they're really called to say? We can take 2 or 3 comments before we close for the evening, if somebody feels really called. What? Why are you Googling?
I feel like I was just like mirroring you. I was like looking.
Love you, Yay. I love you too, Susie. I hope to see your face in real life soon too.
I saw Susie in real life.
You saw Susie in real life? Jealous. Way to call me. We'll talk about this later. Andrea says, thank you. Can't wait to see how this carries me through the night and through the new moon. Ometeo. Susie says, facts, and it was so lovely. Andrea says, on another note, I've been battling the worst migraine I've had in a long time all day. It was peaking again as we started. This is the first time I haven't felt pain in my head all day. Love you all. Good job, Sorceress Charmaine. When we hear spirit healed spiritually, we
I
also
need
feel
y'all to go to the river.
Spirit
I
says,
need y'all to get baptized. Like go to the river. Go to
River
the
medicine.
river. Wash my soul. That's what.
That's what Spirit said. The
That's
river
what
medicine is really powerful medicine because it's moving. It helps things shift. Oftentimes we'll send, I know I've sent patients to the river like every day for a month and shit shifts.
Wife, when we first started this, we actually were doing in-person like new moon, full moon limpias at the river.
That's true.
So years ago, that's what we were doing. We were using the river like that.
River is powerful medicine. All right. Michelle says, thank you so much, both of you. Well, oh no, that's what, yes, you're welcome, Michelle. Thank you for being here. Stephanie says, feel clear and light. Thank you, Stephanie, for being here. We're open to any kind of suggestions. We try to make it accessible. We recently automated it through my website just because one of these, we were both literally like texting on the phone trying to do the admin for like, it was a lot. So
It was a lot.
it was a lot. So hopefully that scale works out for everyone. Thank you all for coming. And just so you know, if sometimes, you know, a PayPal doesn't work or that's not an option, like send us a message, we'll send you the link. This is meant to be accessible for everyone and consistent. Karina says, thank you for this medicine. I was able to make connections and embody more my journey and path. Oh, Mateo, thank you, Karina.
Oh, Mateo.
Stephanie says, thank you, love you both. Yes, love you all. Literally, like the love and the expansion with the heart space, when we give each other space to hold with one another, we can hold that universal love. And that's what we need a lot of that in this world. So thank you all for being here. Okay. There's also
Thank you so
22
much.
participants.
Woohoo! All right, thank you, loves. I'm not usually the first one to leave, but I've been in ceremony life for days, so I'm gonna ceremony myself to sleep.
Happy solstice and sweet dreams, says Susie. Oh wait, housekeeping, drink lots of water whenever we do processes like this, especially working with the lymphatic brain limbic system, all the water. I encourage you all to go outside, maybe even right now, and feel the dark moon, feel the shift, touch a tree, do something to, the power of nature is unequivocal. Yes, thank you all for being here. And was there anything else? I think that's it.
I think that's it. We love you. We will see you guys potentially in the full moon.
Oh, the full moon is at 11:44 p.m. On the 5th of July.
I said on the 20th. Wait, today's the 22nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually, you know, there's two Cancer new moons. The next new moon is in Cancer too.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
0 degrees Cancer today.
It's some very strange happening.
Wow, life is crazy, y'all. Astrology is crazy. Follow an astrologer, get an astrology chart read. It's good stuff. And if y'all want a recording of this, just so you know, this all works on the quantum realm. So if you fell asleep or whatever, you still got the healing. But if you want to go through it again, even like in 2 years, you find this meditation and it'll still work and still like heal the collective as well. If you want the recording, email me, eutimia@gmail.com. It's recorded on this computer and I can send you an unlisted link to it. Okay?
Okay, I love you.
Okay, love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. You're welcome to unmute and say goodbye to one another.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
everyone.
Thank
you.
I love you.
Have a good night.
Natalie.
Oh, you're also beautiful.
Thank you very
I
much.
get to look at you guys that much.
I know, aren't they so beautiful? Everybody's all lovely.
Yay.
Thank
you.
Good night.
Oh, yay. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night. Good night.
Wife, I love you. I'm gonna
Okay, I love you
shower
too.
and
You get that booty to bed. Kiss those babies for me.
I will speak with you tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.